Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. And in this video we are going to be playing Planet Coaster 2. Now this is the second episode in our series, and last episode we ended off with a nice start to our park. A little quaint start. If you can look at it, this is all we have done, but I think it was a good start for our first episode. We did start with $1,800 left in our bank account and only 60 people in our park itself. So we need to think about what we want to do next. So one thing that we finished from last episode was we actually completed a challenge, and that was hire one mechanic, and we got a $2,000 reward. So I'm going to reclaim that right now. And we have two other challenges that we have, which is have 100 guests in the park, and that gives you another $2,000, and build a pool with a minimum area of 125 meters squared. At least one changing room, and you get 2,000 for that completion reward. We're not going to add in a pool now just yet because I want to build up our theme park a little bit more before I start to add in a water park. We will get to the water park, I promise you. Just sit tight and it'll happen. So for the second episode, my main idea or thought was I wanted to make sure that the guests were included for all ages. And so you know how the front of the theme park is usually tailored to kids because they don't like to travel that far, their legs hurt. Just you want all the kiddie rides usually in the front, and the adult rides are usually in the back. So we have our grand carousel here for our little kids and for our families. And I thought, let's keep that theme. And we need some sort of other entertainment to make this park seem a little more valid. And what I thought of was, let's get a roller coaster and put that in. Now obviously if you can look at the prices for these roller coasters, even the cheapest roller coaster is $5,700, I think, just to place it down. Yeah, just to place down the track. So we will have to take out a loan, but I think I'm prepared to take one out. I don't see a better time to be taking a risk in building a roller coaster other than at the very start. Well, we have time to pay it back and also expand our park. So let's just figure out where we're going to put this ride and let's put it in. So we could do the wooden roller coaster that's $10,000, but it's just more of an adult ride, and I'd rather do the one that's way cheaper, and it's just a classic wooden coaster with only 2 sets of wheels. Cannot invert, it's for all ages, and it's got a chain lift. The max drop angle is 25 degrees, and the max banking angle is 10 degrees. Max incline is 25. Yeah, so it's just a kiddie ride, basically. Long story short, let's put it right here. Yeah, should be all right by the time that we invert. So each ride piece is $288. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do right now is I want to edit the coaster, and I want to just get a little bit of track in to see how high we can go up. Okay. That doesn't look bad. Really, I mean, that doesn't even look bad at all. I want to get some demolishing tools, and let's get rid of these as well. Let's get rid of all the trees that are in the way, the rocks, everything that's going to be a problem to me in the long run. Can I not get rid of that? Get rid of these trees. And this one as well. We don't want an odd man out. So nice. We have a nice flat area, and we have a coaster peeking out from the trees. Now, this is a kiddie coaster, so this isn't going to be too high up in the air, obviously, because you don't want anything crazy. We will go... Is that good enough? Is that a good height? I believe so. Okay, let's shorten our track, because I feel like the shorter the track is, the more like steeper you can get the drop. Let's obviously just make it go straight down. We won't add any sort of change to it. Now we can do a little bit of a bank. As long as we increase this. Let's still keep it going down. And then let's do a bit of a sharper turn. Let's flatten this out. Pretty good. Get a bit of a turn going. Obviously, I want to go back up, and we're not on a bank, so we can do a bit of a extra curve. I don't know if that'll be a little too intense, but we'll do something like that. Kind of a snake pattern. Yeah. And then let's kind of curve it all the way back. Keep our snake pattern. Let's raise it all the way back up as much as we can. And let's get a bit of a bank if we can. We're just getting a little bit of a hill over the, just over this pathway for just so that we can cross this pathway through and not have to deal with any sort of overlying liabilities of somebody hitting their head on the coaster or something. Now let's do a complete opposite bank this way. I don't know if I want to bring this back to the left or if I want to cross this through. I think I want to cross this through. But yeah, let's go for the cross. Let's obviously change or even up that banking. Let's lift this back up and then let's give it a little bit of a slight bank and raise. We're just kind of keeping the momentum until we make it all the way back to the end of the coaster. Even that back up and drop it right back down. Drop it to the flow. Drop it to the flow. And then we will do a simple up, down, and then maybe a little bunny. Let's get that. Yeah, a little something like that. Just to get our riders stimulated. You never know if they're having a fun time or not. And so let's just kind of start to even this back out as we're turning it. We can get a bit of a steeper turn if we feel like it. I don't think I want to. I think now I'll start to steep turn it because I want it to line up. Yeah, let's do something like that. Yeah, that looks like that's nice and even. Okay, so we should be flat, no banking, and on our way to evening this back up. Yeah, and then we don't need drive tires either. Let's just do a block section. We can, oh, that's actually cool. I didn't know that we could change this as well if we wanted to. But yes, I want the track supports on. And let's just, oh wow, that's 2,340. So we'll take a small loan of, let's do 8,000. You know what? We'll do 9,000 just because we need to connect. Screw it. Let's just make it an even 10. We'll take a 10K loan, and we are taking a 9% sales cut for taking that. The interest rate is 20%. We will have to pay back 12,000. Let's confirm that, and let's finish this ride. And it does a little bit of a short curl right back into the track. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Does that bother me that it is a bit curved? Yes. Do I have enough money to fix it? Absolutely not. So let's get a ride entrance. I also want this all to connect back up to around here, and then have the exit go around here, so it'll get spit out to the main area. So let's get our entrance. So fun fact, I'm actually slow at literally everything that I do, and that involves doing an entrance and connecting a path. So I actually take about 20 minutes building this entrance for some reason, which I just decided to save you guys all the boredom that you would have from watching this. So I just gave you a quick little cutscene of what I was doing, and I hope I am quicker next time. And then that leaves us an opportunity to build a bit of like a shed here if we wanted to. We can always, once we get more money, we can get more creative, but we need power. Okay, no, because right here it shows the area that it covers. So for us to get power to this, we need another distributor. So let's grab a power distributor. Yeah, okay, so you see this big old area it's highlighting? That is the area that it will allow to cover power. So let's get closer to this side. We'll go right here. Gotcha. I think we need to take this pole and connect it to this distributor. And there we go. We have power. Yeah. Got it. Very simple. Actually, not a very difficult process when you think about it. So that should be good now. This will test whenever we hit play and resume. And hopefully it'll be a pretty good result. I do like the track layout. This is kind of cool. Let's see what the test is. So we have a 4 on excitement, a 3.6 for fear, and a good green for nausea. That's good. So let's slow this down for just a second. And I want to watch this. Let's get on a ride camera. Alright, so we are on our first ride of Planet Coaster 2. Let's see. This looks exactly like Planet Coaster 1, I'll tell you what. They haven't changed anything on this. But I do like the detail to this. You can add what different trains you want, seats. It's a lot more clear and concise, as the last Planet Coaster really wasn't. It was a bit confusing. So I do like how organized it is. Alright, we're going down the first hill. Let's see. You got your hands up? Get your hands up. Woo! Alright. Got a little bit of a bank. Oh, we barely make it over that hill. Going into the little bunny hop. Fun. And then just tilting it back into the finish line. Nice. That's a pretty good finish. We need to give this ride a name. I wasn't even thinking about that. We need to give this ride a name. And let's name it, So we're going to call this the Black Copperhead. Let's change the colors on this ride. So I kind of want to do as the name suggests and do a black theme. Okay, well I have no more complaints about this. It's open. Let's just resume. And the Black Copperhead is now open and ready for operations. I will say, let's get rid of this and this. Boom. Look at that. That is sweet. Now just our theme park looks a little more complete. And now with the nice serene background added, I think I will leave this episode off here. I hope everybody has enjoyed this video of Planet Coaster 2, and everybody is excited for the next and newest things to be added to this park. If you like my content, as always, feel free to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I would love to keep you guys notified for whenever new videos come out, and you guys can stay tuned for those. So yeah, hit the notification bell if you subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.